What's up guys, it's Justin here, and today I've got my comparison between the Beats X, the Jaybird X3, and the Apple AirPods. So this has been a much requested video, and with the delays in the AirPods and then the Beats X, I finally have had some time with all of them. So in this video, I'm going to be covering each one in hopes of helping you decide which one is best for your situation. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel and also have your notifications on, as with the wave of consumer technology products and smartphones coming out in the next few weeks and months, I'm going to be doing many more comparisons and videos in hopes of helping you decide whether the device is right for you. But the way I've structured this video is to talk about each one individually and its major features first before going into the advantages that one might have over the other two. So the newest set of wireless headphones featured in this video is the Beats X, and it comes in at $150, and if you didn't know already, Beats is owned by Apple. You can almost say that this is a bridge between the Apple AirPods and the Jaybird X3 because it has the connectivity of the AirPods and the form factor or design as the X3. Probably its most prominent feature is the Apple W1 chip, which is one of my favorite things about the Apple AirPods, and this will only really apply to you if you're an Apple user who is well integrated in the ecosystem. The W1 chip allows you to seamlessly connect with your iPhone, MacBook, or your iPad, and once it's connected with one device, it is registered to your iCloud account, meaning you can very seamlessly connect on any other device with the click of a button. I really like the comfort and the seal that these provided because they come with a few different size ear tips and ear fins if you want to use it for an active situation. I'm also a pretty big fan of the overall look, especially the blue one here, as it is available in 4 different colors. And the way it's set up as a wireless headphone is that it has a cable that connects both sides, and it also has 2 different weights, I would almost say here, one with the button and one with the charging station, as well as an inline control that allows you to pause and play your music while also adjusting the volume and skip, the typical things. And with the magnetic ends, as you can see here, when you're not using them, you're easily able to just have them as a lanyard and not lose them or have them be in the way. Even though the stiffer flex form cable comes in very handy when it comes to keeping the cable out of the way, the biggest complaint I had about the Beats X in terms of the comfort and form factor is that the cable is very long. And for some people, like in my situation, you'll find that it is somewhat irritating and it just seems to get in the way because of my size. When it comes to the sound quality, I think we can all agree that Beats has never really been known for that, but I have to say the sound quality isn't as bad as I expected, but it isn't anything amazing either. Going by Beats characteristics, it still leans bass, but it isn't as bass heavy as I'd experienced before, and the treble actually does ring out quite nicely, and it has a decently wide dynamic range with a relatively clear sound, especially for a wireless headphone. And aside from the W1 chip compatibility, perhaps the most impressive feature on the Beats X that really separates it in my opinion is that just 5 minutes of charge gets you 2 hours of listening. Moving on, the next set of headphones is one that's going to win a ton of industrial design awards, and that is the Apple AirPods. It is overall a very simple product, and one of its bigger selling points is, again, the W1 chip, which is going to appeal to people who are very integrated in the Apple ecosystem. Like I mentioned with the Beats X, it is just the easy connectivity between your devices and the touch of a button seamlessness that makes the W1 feature so great. It also has tap commands such as Siri and Play Pause, and there's also built-in sensors which pause the music or video you're watching automatically when you take out one side. When it comes to the sound quality, I really can't say it's anything impressive. The sound is slightly worse than the Apple AirPods, which is kind of unfortunate, but you also have to remember that you're trading simplicity for the sound quality that you could have gotten. Apple claims an 8-hour battery life on the AirPods, but I'm getting around 5 on average, and from a 15-minute charge, you get 3 hours of listening, and the case itself that stores these 2 AirPods carries 24 hours of charge on the go. Its biggest selling point, of course, is the fact that it's just so simple and is completely hands-free and cable-free, which personally I enjoy. But when it comes to the sound quality, it definitely could be a lot better. Lastly, we have the Jaybird X3, which has been widely regarded as the best pair of wireless headphones you can get all across the board. At $130, it is the cheapest option in this episode, but you could also say that it is the most feature-packed when you compare it to the Apple AirPods and the Beats X. The comfort on these are amazing, as they include 3 silicone tips as well as Comply foam tips, and you also have the option to use ear fins for active use as well. They are also sweat-proof, which just gives you an extra bit of peace peace of mind, and they use Bluetooth 4.1 to connect to your device and is completely universal in terms of all of the features that are built in. Aside from the price, perhaps the biggest selling point in my opinion is the My Sound app, which works very well with the Jaybird X3. It gives you the option to completely take control of your sound, and I'm sure a lot of audiophiles out there are going to enjoy this, as you're able to adjust your EQ exactly how you like it based on the music you listen to. The sound quality is very good with a decent amount of bass, but nothing was overpowering, and in general a very balanced sound, which I like a lot. You've also got a full inline remote for controlling your volume, play, pause, and a built-in microphone. And it also has a very good 8-hour battery life, and through 15 minutes of charge, you will have 1 hour of listening. So when it comes to deciding which one is the best option, everyone is going to have their own situations based on what they prioritize and what they're going to be using them for. So now that we've talked about all three of them, let's start out with sound quality. So out of these three options, I would rank it as the Jaybirds having the best sound quality and the AirPods having the worst. With that being said, when it came to the comfort, I'm personally a really big fan of the AirPods because I do not like the cables dangling around and the sound that it makes, the rattle, and just the fact that it gets in the way. Comparing the Jaybird X3 and the Beats X though, the Jaybird is more comfortable. Because of the shorter cable, it doesn't get in the way as easily, and there are also some clips that make the cable even shorter, but the Beats X on the other hand, even though it has the thicker cable that kind of weighs it down and tries to keep it in place, the cable was simply too long for me and I found it to get in the way quite a bit. The last most important category is the battery life. So on the AirPods, I wasn't really getting the advertised 8 hours, while on the Beats X, I was getting much closer, and the same with the Jaybirds. The AirPods are by far the easiest to charge, as all you have to do is pop them into the case and it gets you 24 hours on the go before you have to recharge the entire case. So if that's something important to you, then you're going to want to get the AirPods. On the other hand, the Beats X and the Jaybirds are pretty much neck and neck in terms of the battery life. I was able to get about 8 hours on both of them, but the Beats X charged with the lightning cable that is included, while the Jaybird X3's charged with a micro USB cable, so it would be really situational to decide which one is a better charging option. One huge advantage that the Beats X has over all of the headphones mentioned in this video though is the quick charge. The fact that 5 minutes of charge gets you 2 hours of use is just really impressive. So at the end of all this, I would say that if you're someone who's in the office or just wants a pair of headphones that you can listen to music while walking around and not having the inconvenience of cables, the rattle, and all that kind of stuff, then the Apple AirPods is probably going to be your best bet if you're able to find them. I personally really enjoy using mine just for walking around the office and filming my videos, and it's just a very handy set of headphones that works pretty well. The Beats X on the other hand definitely beats the Apple AirPods in terms of sound quality to a noticeable degree. The price is only $10 apart, but if you're someone who is relatively active and wants something a little bit more durable, but also the great battery life and the W1 chip integration, while still having a decent sound quality, then the Beats X is probably something you're going to want to look into. Last but not least, the best overall value is going to be the Jaybird X3. There is really no doubt, and I would have liked to see the Beats X actually be at the same price of the Jaybird X3, as at that point it would be a much tougher comparison. But at the money you're paying, you're getting the most features with the Jaybird, and if the W1 chip isn't important to you, then you're going to love the X3s. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this much requested video of a comparison between the Apple AirPods, the Jaybird X3, and the Beats X, which are probably the three options you're going to be considering at this point in terms of the best wireless earbuds that you can buy on the market today. But as always, if you have any questions about any of these products mentioned in this video, just leave a comment down below and I'll try to get to you. Leave a like on this video and tweet me at JTechApple, as I'm on Twitter all the time. But I'm definitely excited for the next few weeks as a lot of smartphones are going to be coming out, and I also have a few series planned, so I hope you guys are excited for those, and I'll see you all in the next one.